Alrighty, hello everyone, incredible greetings. I'm not going to be on too long for this, I promise. Like I know sometimes I say that and I'm still on for like forever and a day, but this is going to be a completely dedicated video for a specific topic. Um, and most of you guys will probably end up watching the playback of this versus the live video. Like I said, I'm just going to get into it, going to show the process and go from there. Okay. Um, okay. Now I'm going to show it from my 252s, and no, they don't match because they're all technically the same. But this is more so for those who use the 812. So when it comes to the newer Epson workforce printer, with the newer, first, I'm so rude. My mother raised me better than that. Hello, everyone. I am Shakia, the professor of HSINK365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the best Sublimation ink and Sublimation paper. So you can see the results and also see the specs of our Sublimation paper. You get great vibrant colors with our Sublimation ink. If you missed our live video earlier today on this cover up, definitely go and check that out. So we have Honestly Speaking Sublimation ink and paper. Check out the website shop.hsink365.com, as well as our classes. I just actually wrapped up a business session right before this. So we do have great classes available on our website as well. So definitely check that out. I am a Select Studio instructor, a business instructor, all things printer related, troubleshooting related, creative and crafty things. I'm your girl. So definitely make sure that you subscribe, follow, like, share, tag a friend. Even if you go to share and you just simply click copy link, that helps our share count. Or if you send it as a text message to yourself so that you don't forget that you want to come back and watch this live video, that also helps. Okay. So we sell the 812 cartridges, which is for the Workforce 7820, 7840, 7310, and C7000 printers. They are the newer workforces. So as you can see, compared to the old style, they are longer. They are the same width, but they are a longer one. So with these particular cartridges, there's no auto reset chip. Okay. There's no auto reset chip for these. So you have to either buy Epson cartridges and harvest the chips off of them and put them on your clip, or you can buy the cartridges with them on that. But once the print on here runs out, you have to buy additional chips, and you just slide it off, and then you slide this back on when you get the clip. Now, with the firmware update, certain chips were not programmed to match the most recent firmware updates. In this batch of printers, firmware updates make or break your printer. If you do a firmware update and your chip is not programmed for it, because these particular ones have a serial number in it, they are not able to be reset like the 252s. So it has to be compatible with the firmware. So if you have a set of chips that are not compatible with the firmware that you have, they may not work. Or you might need chips in a pinch because you cannot reset these. So what I'm going to show you how to do is, if you have to go to the store and purchase a Epson cartridge, to harvest the chip off of that and then put it onto your clip. once you do this, the ink that's in this cartridge will be of no use to you. You cannot sell this to someone else unless they have, well, I can't even say that, because if you get the 812s, there is no chipless firmware for that. So when you buy those Epson cartridges to harvest the chips, yes, you're paying a lot for it. You're paying, like, let's say what's like $13 just for a standard size cartridge. You're paying for really the housing, the ink, the everything, but you only need the chip. So that all that ink will be wasted. There's no way for you to harvest it, no way for you to reuse it. You cannot resell it to anyone because the cartridge does not work without the chip. The chip is what controls everything. All right. Now, the way that these chips are made for the Epson ones, it has a little groove. Wait, oops, so y'all can't see. So it has a little groove right here, right here. We see the one at the top and it's open, but on the bottom, this is a little circle and it's closed off. So I'm not sure because my lighting over here is kind of horrible. So that's how that looks. But if you look at a third party one, the area for the notches on the side, that is much larger. So I'm going to try and I'm going to bring my light over here because it's actually kind of far away and it's probably casting a weird shadow. So I'm going to bring this over here and hopefully it will help provide. I can't. It's actually not going to reach because of the plug. And I think that's actually, yeah, I don't know. I think it was causing a worse shadow. But the notch area, let's see if I can get that. Oh, come on. Is bigger. It's wider than the notch here. This notch is really, really small. Let me see if I can do it this way. All right, let's see. I don't think that helps too much, but you can see that notch area is small, and on that one, it's wide. So it's not going to fit perfectly. And as you can see here, this is open and this is closed. So because this little peg comes all the way down, you're going to have to modify this clip to fit the Epson chip. When you do that, you won't be able to use this clip for third-party chips anymore. So I always tell you, if you're gonna harvest the chips, you should have an extra set of clips. All right. So to get this off, whether you use an X-Acto knife, you're just going to get it underneath there. And hold on, let me see. Let's go on this. Actually, I'm going to come right here. I'm going to come on this side. And I don't want to cut myself. There we go. You pop that off. Just have to pry underneath and pop it off. Now, you can't really put it back because of that center circle. And I don't think I have another one to kind of show. But yeah, see, it's never going to fully go back on. But another way that you can do that is to take a spatula and go underneath it. And it should pop right off. These are really easy to come off. It may not look like it's not like this one. Because see, with this one, you just kind of put your finger there and you can pop that one off. But the Epson one, you got to pry it off with something, but it still comes off fairly easy. Now, like I said, on this clip, the Epson, the genuine Epson one is closed off. This will not fit on this clip as is. One, the side pegs are too big. We have this part over here. Of course, it's not going to slip in. And we have to adjust this. So you're going to have to modify this. You will need an X-Acto knife to modify this. this bottom peg, you're going to cut that smooth off. So you're just going to smooth that out, cut that all the way off. Okay. And just make sure that it's nice and flat. All right. Now, the ends of this one, you're going to have to kind of be very careful because it's still a small peg, but it's too big for that cartridge. So you're going to kind of cut away some of that extra plastic first. Try and peel it, like pick it off. And then you'll need, okay, I need to do the top one as well because it's a little bit wide. And then once you put this on here, like it should fit in that top groove, you're going to have to kind of look at the pegs on the side because like I said, it doesn't quite line up. It sits higher. So you'll be able to see that it reaches on this side, but it's a little bit too high on this side. So going towards the top of it. So I like to kind of mark it and then go straight down and then come this way and cut that piece off. Okay. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. You got to kind of note where to put it, where the extra is. On this side is not as much. So I'm going to pop that off. I'm going to take my X-Acto knife and go down on that. Like you're really shaving off just a little bit on this side. So that this can kind of sit in that groove. These can technically pop off still because it doesn't have the support of that bottom peg. So you have to be careful when you are putting this in your printer and make sure that this doesn't come off. But if you're very, very careful with how you cut those pegs on the side so that it fits in the groove of this chip, which I think I need to, I'm going to take off a little bit on the back side of this one. Okay. And we're going to put this back on. The chips from Epson are the same. Although I took that off of a 252, it's going to be the same process when you get the 812 on. The chips are basically the same. All right. I don't recommend using hot glue or anything like that. You just want to kind of rest it on there. Once you put it in, you shouldn't be taking it in and out anyway. So you'll be able to put that in there. And that chip will read every time because it is from Epson. So if you have to utilize an Epson cartridge to take the chip off so that you can use your printer until you can either get chips that are compatible or roll back your firmware, this is how you would take it off of an Epson cartridge. It has to match though. Please note, in this demo, I just used one that I knew was not working anymore, which is from a 252, to demonstrate taking the chip off and putting it on there. You cannot mix and match. The firm, like this chip from a 252 will not read in a workforce 7820, 7840. It was just for demo purposes to show the process, but you have to get the Epson cartridge that matches your printer, okay? So I just wanted to show how to do that. because I've gotten that question. I had a video a while ago, but I had to remove that particular video because it was a while ago. But that's how you would take it off and put it on there if you have to temporarily use an Epson chip just to be able to use your printer. It is kind of finicky when it comes to the workforce printers, which is why, we sell the chips for them. If you have purchased chips from us, we are now testing it and sending it out to other customers to our customers for them to test the rollback option that was shared with us. And then if it works, we will send it out to everyone that has ever purchased cartridges and chips from us, but it will not go out to anyone else. So if you've purchased from us, pretty soon you should receive an email with the instructions and the download to roll back your firmware, and it should work with the third-party chips. Okay. All right, so hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Don't forget to visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. That's where you can get our incredible sublimation paper and ink, pigment ink, accessories, your cartridges and your chips, your color charts, and all the great things. All right. So until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.